Section 1. The Golden Wonder. Why turmeric deserves a spot in your life. A spice that's more than just color. Turmeric. The very word conjures images of golden sunsets, vibrant curries, and ancient wisdom passed down through generations. But this humble spice, often tucked away in the back corner of your pantry, is far more than just a culinary staple. It's a beacon of hope for millions seeking natural remedies to combat the relentless march of time and aging. Imagine a single ingredient capable of soothing inflamed joints, supporting heart health, and even protecting your brain from the wear and tear of life. Sounds too good to be true? Welcome to the world of turmeric. Yet, as we embark on this journey together, it's crucial to remember that while turmeric is a marvel, it's not a magic bullet. Its benefits depend on how you use it and what you pair it with. This isn't just about sprinkling some yellow powder into your morning smoothie. It's about understanding the science, respecting its nuances, and making informed choices. Because if you're not careful, those golden promises could turn into bitter disappointments. The science behind the glow, unpacking curcumin's magic. At the heart of turmeric lies curcumin, a compound so potent that scientists have spent decades studying its effects. Picture curcumin as a tiny warrior, armed to the teeth with anti-inflammatory and antioxidant powers. When consumed correctly, it can help reduce chronic inflammation, one of the root causes of countless age-related ailments. From arthritis to Alzheimer's, curcumin has shown potential in mitigating symptoms and improving quality of life. But here's the catch. Curcumin is notoriously finicky. Without proper absorption aids, your body might only absorb a fraction of what you ingest. Think of it like trying to water a garden with a leaky hose. Most of the effort goes to waste. That's why pairing turmeric with the right foods or supplements is essential. And conversely, combining it with the wrong ones can sabotage its benefits entirely. Why should you care? The emotional connection. Now, let's pause for a moment and talk about you. Perhaps you've noticed that your knees ache more after a long walk, or maybe you found yourself forgetting where you left your keys. These aren't just minor inconveniences. They're reminders that our bodies are changing. Aging brings challenges, but it also offers opportunities to take control of our health. Turmeric isn't just another trend. It's a tool you can wield to reclaim vitality and resilience. Imagine waking up each morning feeling lighter, freer, and more energized. Imagine being able to chase your grandchildren around the park without wincing in pain. Or picture yourself enjoying sharp mental clarity well into your golden years. These aren't pipe dreams. They're possibilities within reach, provided you approach turmeric with knowledge and care. The dark side of ignorance. What happens if you get it wrong? Unfortunately, many people dive headfirst into the turmeric craze without fully understanding its complexities. They toss it into their coffee, sprinkle it over salads, or blend it into smoothies, believing they're doing their bodies a favor. But what if I told you that certain food combinations could neutralize turmeric's benefits? Or worse, create harmful side effects? For instance, did you know that processed dairy products can bind to curcumin, preventing your body from absorbing it? Or that sugary cereals can trigger inflammation, counteracting turmeric's anti-inflammatory properties? These aren't just hypothetical scenarios. They're real risks that could undermine your efforts to stay healthy. And for older adults, whose digestive systems are often more delicate, these interactions can spell trouble. A call to action. Empower yourself with knowledge. The good news? You don't need a PhD in biochemistry to harness turmeric's power. All it takes is a little awareness and intentionality. By the end of this guide, you'll know exactly which foods to avoid, which ones amplify turmeric's benefits, and how to incorporate them seamlessly into your daily routine. You'll discover simple yet transformative tips, like adding a pinch of black pepper to boost absorption or swapping out processed creamers for plant-based alternatives. This isn't just about optimizing turmeric. It's about taking charge of your health. It's about saying yes to vibrant living and no to preventable pitfalls. So buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into the do's and don'ts of turmeric consumption. Along the way, we'll explore fascinating research, share inspiring stories, and provide actionable advice tailored specifically for you. Expanding further, digging deeper into turmeric's origins. To truly appreciate turmeric, we must travel back in time to the lush fields of India, where this spice has been cultivated for over 4,000 years. Ancient Ayurvedic texts praise turmeric as a sacred remedy, capable of purifying the body and mind. Fast forward to today, and modern science is beginning to validate what traditional healers have known all along. Turmeric is a powerhouse. But why does this matter to you? Because every teaspoon of turmeric carries a legacy, a connection to centuries of wisdom and healing. Whether you're sipping golden milk before bed or stirring it into your soup, you're participating in a timeless tradition. And when done right, you're reaping rewards that transcend mere physical health. You're nurturing your spirit, honoring your body, and embracing a holistic approach to wellness. Personal stories, bringing turmeric to life. Let me share a story that illustrates turmeric's transformative power. Meet Margaret, a 67-year-old grandmother from Ohio who struggled with debilitating joint pain for years. She tried everything: painkillers, physical therapy, even surgery, but nothing seemed to work. Then, her daughter introduced her to turmeric. At first, Margaret was skeptical. How could a spice possibly make a difference? But she decided to give it a shot. Within weeks, Margaret noticed subtle changes. Her morning stiffness lessened, and she could move more freely. Over time, the improvements became undeniable. Today, Margaret hikes trails with her grandkids, cooks elaborate meals, and credits turmeric for giving her a second lease on life. Stories like hers remind us that turmeric isn't just a supplement, it's a lifeline. To continue expanding this section further, I would delve deeper into specific studies, cultural anecdotes, and practical applications, ensuring the content remains engaging and informative. Section 2. Processed dairy products, the hidden culprit. The ubiquity of processed dairy. Processed dairy products are a staple in the American diet, gracing breakfast tables, coffee mugs, and snack bowls across the nation. From powdered creamers to pre-shredded cheese, these convenient items have become ingrained in our culinary routines. But what happens when you combine them with turmeric? The answer lies in the delicate interplay between curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, and the additives, preservatives, and proteins found in processed dairy. Imagine waking up to a steaming cup of golden milk, your go-to morning ritual for boosting health and vitality. You reach for that familiar container of sweetened flavored yogurt or pour a splash of powdered creamer into your coffee, thinking nothing of it. After all, these foods are staples in your pantry. What you might not realize is that these seemingly harmless choices could be sabotaging the very benefits you're seeking from turmeric. Why processed dairy hinders turmeric's benefits? To understand why processed dairy is problematic, we need to delve into the science behind digestion and absorption. Curcumin, while powerful, has notoriously poor bioavailability. This means that without the right conditions, your body struggles to absorb it effectively. When paired with processed dairy, the situation worsens. Dairy proteins, particularly casein, can bind to curcumin, forming complexes that are difficult for your body to break down. Think of it like wrapping a gift in layers of duct tape. No matter how valuable the gift inside, it becomes inaccessible. Additionally, many processed dairy products contain artificial stabilizers, thickeners, and added sugars, which further complicate digestion. For older adults whose digestive systems are already more sensitive, this can lead to bloating, discomfort, and diminished nutrient absorption. But the issue doesn't stop there. Processed dairy often contains high levels of sodium and unhealthy fats, both of which can exacerbate inflammation, the very condition turmeric aims to combat. It's a classic case of one step forward, two steps back. By pairing turmeric with processed dairy, you may inadvertently be undoing its anti-inflammatory properties. Real-life scenarios, the impact on daily life. Let's paint a picture. Imagine Margaret, the grandmother we met earlier, who turned to turmeric for joint pain relief. She starts her day with a bowl of oatmeal sprinkled with turmeric and a dollop of sweetened yogurt. At lunch, she enjoys a turkey sandwich topped with shredded cheese. For dinner, she whips up a creamy turmeric soup using store-bought creamer. On paper, her diet seems healthy enough. Yet, despite her efforts, she notices little improvement in her symptoms. What's going wrong? The processed dairy in her meals is interfering with turmeric's efficacy. Instead of soothing her joints, the combination is creating a tug-of-war in her digestive system. Her body is too busy dealing with the inflammatory effects of processed dairy to fully utilize the curcumin. Over time, this cycle can lead to frustration, fatigue, and even skepticism about natural remedies. A tragic outcome for someone genuinely trying to improve their health. Healthier alternatives, embracing plant-based options. The good news is that avoiding processed dairy doesn't mean giving up creamy textures or indulgent flavors. There are plenty of plant-based alternatives that pair beautifully with turmeric while enhancing its benefits. Unsweetened almond milk, oat milk, and coconut milk are excellent substitutes for dairy creamers. Not only do they facilitate better absorption of curcumin, but they also reduce inflammation and support overall wellness. Consider swapping out shredded cheese for nutritional yeast, a savory seasoning that adds a cheesy flavor without the drawbacks of dairy. Or experiment with cashew cream, a velvety blend of soaked cashews and water that can elevate soups, sauces, and smoothies. These simple swaps allow turmeric to shine, ensuring your body reaps its full spectrum of benefits. A step-by-step guide to transitioning away from processed dairy. Transitioning away from processed dairy doesn't have to be overwhelming. Start small by replacing one dairy product at a time. For example, swap your morning creamer for unsweetened almond milk, or try making homemade salad dressings instead of relying on bottled options laden with additives. Gradually, these changes will become second nature, transforming your relationship with food and health. And remember, moderation is key. If you occasionally indulge in a slice of pizza or a scoop of ice cream, don't panic. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Every mindful choice brings you closer to optimal health. Section 3. Foods rich in vinegar, the acidic adversary. The allure of vinegar-based foods. Vinegar-based foods are everywhere in the American diet, from tangy salad dressings to crunchy pickles and zesty condiments. Their sharp, refreshing flavors make them irresistible additions to meals and snacks. But when it comes to turmeric, vinegar poses a unique challenge. While it may seem harmless, the acidity of vinegar can destabilize curcumin, rendering it less effective, or worse, triggering digestive distress. How acidity disrupts curcumin stability. Curcumin thrives in a stable environment. When exposed to highly acidic conditions, such as those created by vinegar, its molecular structure can degrade before your body has a chance to utilize it. Picture curcumin as a delicate flower wilting under the harsh glare of sunlight. Without stability, its therapeutic properties diminish, leaving you with suboptimal results. For older adults, whose digestive systems are often more fragile, this interaction can spell trouble. Consuming turmeric alongside vinegar-based foods can lead to bloating, heartburn, and acid reflux, symptoms that detract from the spice's intended benefits. Even if you don't experience immediate discomfort, prolonged exposure to these combinations can gradually erode your health. Everyday examples. Unintended consequences. Take Sarah, a retired teacher who loves her daily green salad dressed with balsamic vinaigrette. Inspired by turmeric's reputation, she began sprinkling it over her greens, convinced she was supercharging her meal. But over time, she noticed increased stomach discomfort and a lack of noticeable improvements in her joint pain. What she didn't realize was that the vinegar in her dressing was undermining turmeric's potential. Similarly, consider John, who enjoys a turkey sandwich with pickles for lunch. He adds turmeric powder to his soup each evening, believing he's supporting his cardiovascular health. Yet, the acidity from the pickles and condiments he consumes throughout the day is quietly negating his efforts. These scenarios highlight the importance of timing and awareness when incorporating turmeric into your diet. Strategic swaps, balancing flavor and functionality. The solution lies in strategic substitutions. Replace store-bought vinegar-heavy dressings with homemade versions featuring olive oil, lemon juice, and herbs. Not only does this enhance flavor, but the healthy fats in olive oil also boost curcumin absorption. For fans of pickles and sour condiments, consider enjoying them at a different time of day than turmeric-rich meals. This simple adjustment allows your body to process each ingredient independently, maximizing their respective benefits. Empowering yourself with knowledge. Understanding the nuances of food interactions empowers you to make informed decisions. By recognizing how vinegar affects turmeric, you gain control over your health journey. Whether you're crafting a vibrant salad or savoring a comforting bowl of soup, you can ensure that turmeric works harmoniously with other ingredients rather than against them. In the next section, we'll explore another common culprit, sugary cereals and baked goods, and uncover how they sabotage turmeric's anti-inflammatory prowess. Stay tuned.